Mother.
Mother.
Sorry.
So there were
Anna Etheridge. Who's she?
there's only 2 women that we know of that looked like women on the battlefield, that were wearing skirts and dressed as women, right? Because we know the women dressed as men and fought here, but there were 2 women that we actually know of. One of them was Anna Etheridge. She fought with Michigan here. She had 2 pistols. She was part, now, was she firing guns and people? No, but anybody who got injured, she went right to them and helped.
Shot them.
And
So euthanize
she
her.
She took care of it.
Good one, Stephen.
She was a follow-up.
She was a follow-up. She was like a nurse.
Good old Steven.
No. But she was right here in the middle of the Battle of the Peach Orchard. So, and she was with the Michigan all the way from Bull Run to Appomattox. She stayed with them the entire time. So she got a pension and everything.
I must have heard that before, but that sounds
I've
so
never heard.
new
That's
to me.
awesome.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call it a lady on the battlefield because
So we're gonna finish recording that video later today.
You know, I'll have to try it again because when I've tried to do women's history, it got the least amount of views.
people slap you. Stop it.
I mean, I even had female hosts.
At least about you.
They're like, who cares? Right?
Every person's a woman.
It's like basketball.
You don't always do the best either in our channel.
No, right.
He's strictly looking at an analytical
Yeah,
standpoint
analytically,
too.
right. Like strictly by the numbers, they just don't do well. And I think that's because guys particularly don't care, but women do care about the story about men.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, go straight through. And so you just have a higher chance of getting more views on male-centered stories. And it's just a sad fact of life because a lot of the women's stories are really fascinating. One of my favorite women of Gettysburg is Elizabeth Thorne.
Oh yes.
Because that woman, man, Jesus. I have a hangnail. You're not getting me to dig one grave.
I know. Pregnant.
Yeah. I've got a bad back. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
My back, and she's doing 100. The kid came out all mangled, but still, she still did it, right?
She did it.
Because it was the right thing to do at that time. There's the
Gene Hutchinson says,
Klingel Farm.
Yeah.
I love the That's What She Said episodes.
Yeah, I know there were some people that did, and I'm not saying, everybody, whatever, but
That's one of my favorite views.
yeah, that is one too.
Yeah, mine too.
One of one.
Well, that you could see that too. The footage that Scott took from Little Round Top this morning, you could see that from the fog. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
pretty.
You can see so much from here, and then you see.
Yes, that was the amputee brigade.
Scott,
You had to be missing one limb to be in it.
How many arms you got? 2. Not allowed.
Sorry, how many legs?
Not
2.
allowed.
Forget it.
not allowed.
Seats tight. This is the Credori barn. This is not the Civil War barn. There was a barn in that spot. It's just not that barn.
Who owns that?
That's Park.
Park. Okay.
Yeah.
You just ruined it for me. I used to always think those were bullet holes when I was a kid on the side. All those holes in the wood there.
It's just neglect.
Just what?
Rot. Yeah, no, the house and the barn were here. When you're like in the park, any old looking barn or house was probably most likely here.
Yeah, they try to keep it.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
trying to think of any modern structures within the park. You have the Armory, which is that brick building over by that row of recently renovated houses that we looked at before, that we drove past before. There's some Park Service buildings, like the maintenance building, which is behind the Pennsylvania Monument. But for the most part, if it looks old and it's in the park boundaries,
There's the location of the Home Sweet Home Hotel.
yeah, Home Sweet
It's the
Home
first hotel I ever stayed at when I was
Really?
4 years old.
Aw, that's so
No
sweet.
longer there. Just
I have
some-
home
just
footage
some,
of it.
Tulips growing where it once was. You probably pissed your pants, right? With those
I
tulips.
did. I was out there playing a drum, annoying all the neighbors.
Were you?
Little
Yep.
drummer boy.
I have home footage of it too. I'm just yelling, and my grandpa's yelling at me to shut up.
Authentic.
Stop
You
it,
grab
you little
it. Damn kid.
Get that kid some lessons if he's going to do this.
It was one of those drums from the the store or from the gift shop that just sounds horrible.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. 19 years old. When's he gonna learn to stop playing with toys?
Put your pants on.
Oh, Steven.
You're like, I'm driving him home.
I believe those, where those eagles are, those
Yeah.
poles, or what do you call them?
Pillars.
Pillars.
Pillars, yeah.
Pillars. They actually were at the end of that road that we just passed. It's on the other side of this bluff here. Because it used to be that you would enter the park and do the auto tour going that way down Hancock Avenue. Now you go this way. It's one way to go in. The
Is that
opposite
because the
direction.
museum is here?
Because could start from here and go right down. But it's stupid. Yeah, right. It's not stupid, but it never made sense to me because you're not doing it chronologically. You're starting at the end.
I hate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Well, did they think that everyone would
Yeah,
come
people-
here first?
people wanted to,
Like
like-
at first would want to see
I think
Pickett's
that was
charge?
the idea, and I think there was a time in American culture where if you went somewhere, you sought out a visitor center.
Sure.
And now I think
You had to.
the thing that killed that is the cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
That's your visitor center. That's your travel agent. It's
Yeah.
your concierge. It's everything that you're going to need. You don't need to talk to anybody except. Well, you don't even need to talk to anybody to make a reservation at a hotel.
Yeah.
Just when you check in.
I'm surprised they still do the pamphlets in the
Oh,
hotel lobbies.
Oh, oopsie.
My bad. That's all right. There's more than one way to skin a cat.
He gives directions like me. Yay.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't lose service again. Folks, if we keep losing service, we'll keep starting up
It's
again.
better if you go turn there and put your hand right in front of his face with the finger.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I give directions.
Good to know.
Usually the point, and then like 3 seconds later, it's like that's where you should.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, there.
The one that's 100 yards behind us now.
Basil Biggs owned this farm that we just passed there. It's called the Peter Fry Farm because Peter Fry owned it during the battle.
Mm.
Basil Biggs owned it later, and the Copse of Trees area was part of that property. And John Batchelder and some other people came one day and they saw him clearing some of the trees in the thicket there, and they're like, "What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Do you know what this is?" And he's like, "I don't care. I need firewood." And they're like, "We'll buy it from him." And that's how we got the Copse of Trees.
Barbara Schultz brought it back to the visitor center topic. I'd be very happy if a cell phone had a bathroom.
Yes.
Make a left.
Oh, we got a $50 donation.
Oh,
thank
yay,
you.
thank you.
Bob Passamenti, thank you very much.
We are.
He says, "Cheers, Matt." Yes, left. Cheers, Matt and gang in the History Mobile. Just a little something to offset your petrol outlay for the petrol. He's from Long Island. Why is he talking like a Brit? For all the excitement or excellent, informative, and
Got left
entertaining
behind.
ride along you've listened to over the years, Matt. Keep that light ablaze.
Aw.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So this, where are we here? What are we on? Granite Schoolhouse
Yeah.
Road. No. Where
This
the hell- what the
This
hell-
is where the Wright brothers flew. This is where the Wright
This is where the
brothers-
right flew? Okay.
They flew right through here.
And it's right near George Washington. Yeah, Granite Schoolhouse Road. I don't know why it wasn't making sense to me. So Granite Schoolhouse Road. There was a Granite Schoolhouse back here. I don't know if you figured that out, Scott. But,
Even
We
the
do
non-nature
together.
guy got that.
you were able to figure that out. But more important, the Spangler Farm is back this way. It's huge.
yeah.
When I believe a lot of this property was, it might still be Spangler property. And it's
Hospital.
over that way. Actually, yeah, because Powers Hill is up here on the left, and the Spangler eventually bought that. But over there is the Spangler Farm. If you ever get a chance, and it's not always open, so you can't just waltz in there.
Sure.
But when you find out that the Spangler Farm is open, go. Because the Gettysburg Foundation many years ago did a fantastic job
It's incredible.
at rehabilitating it and fixing
I
it
would
up.
love to see that.
Make a left and stop.
These are all private property, the right here.
Yeah, this is private property. Obviously, that is.
But this is on the battlefield.
Well,
kind
so
of.
on the battlefield and in the park are two different things.
Sure.
Everywhere is the battlefield.
Everywhere is the battlefield.
Right? The town, if we're going by where the battle was fought, no one should have private property in this whole area.
Sure.
The town itself is the battlefield. It's just unpractical. And so, yeah, Yes, this is on the battlefield. That's National Park.
Mhm.
This is National Park over here. But that one little spot. And then, frankly, the Spangler Farm isn't National Park. It's Foundation property.
Ah.
And over here is the Mulligan McDuffers miniature golf course, or what it used to be. Now the American Battlefield Trust has preserved it. Make a left.
That's
Sorry.
going to be the that's where they played miniature golf after
Yes.
hours.
That's
during
where
Gettysburg.
all the generals got together. And where are you going? Okay, you're all right. You're
You're all right.
Don't worry, Scott. Don't worry. Just keep on going.
A little
You got
detour.
distracted me
Here
with
you go.
This is a captain in the Navy here.
You want to go golfing?
He's better. He's better with
drives
boats.
ships.
He's better with boats.
He's better with boats.
We don't need roads.
We don't need
Where
roads.
we're going, we don't need roads.
Great Scott.
And then at the end of that guardrail, make a right.
Yeah, so I'm always interested. So Strong Vincent, right? So if you've seen me on Matt's podcast, right, I'm a big champion of Strong Vincent. And we know that Strong Vincent was taken to the Bushnell farm, and that's where he was nursed. And the wife there named her son Strong Vincent. She was pregnant when he died. And then I heard Strong Vincent Bushnell had a store at the bottom of Little Round Top, right by Devil's Den for years.
You mean Bushman?
Bushman, yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
Bushnell is the binocular brand.
Where?
Well, he started binoculars. He
Oh,
was,
binoculars.
There you
You know,
go.
next time look for the shot before I hit you.
So what are you saying? Bushman had a what?
A store.
Yeah. So at the
Where was that at?
I don't know specifically that one, but there were like tourist attractions at.
On the battlefield. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was an electric
Trolley.
trolley that went down. There's an old there's a walking path that goes through the woods. It's on the old rail path,
Really?
and that goes down to Little Round Top, and people get out and they get their picture taken at Tipton Studio.
we got another donation.
Oh, thank you. Who's that? Let me see.
Oh, $20. Thank you.
so
Be
Matt
sure
Gillespie,
to
thank
grab
you very
yourself
much.
and your guest a cup of Little Ground Top. Oh,
Oh.
we'll have to thank
Derek,
you.
Visitor Center is always first stop. All right, so some people, obviously, some people are still going to go to the Visitor Center first when you go somewhere. I
you
don't.
do.
I
You don't?
don't.
You
I live here. I went there 2 days ago.
I
You
go there.
do?
Yeah, when we're driving around.
So you
That's
don't-
where I get my books
You don't
from.
like pre-research?
I
where to
do a
go?
little bit, but I like the visitor center because sometimes they give you tips that you don't know about.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't have gone to Eisenhower's Ranch without going to the
Well,
visitor center. I
You
learned all
still
the
didn't
time.
because it's a farm.
Yeah.
So I.
Ranger programs.
Yeah, ranger program.
Yeah, my kids love to get the little badges. And
Yeah, I guess I like the art of exploration.
You like live
Not the art,
dangerously.
but the excitement about. Yeah, I do.
I
like to live
also like to live dangerously.
That's my middle name.
I'll stay.
Left or right, it doesn't matter. It's up to you.
Gotta pick
Dealer's choice.
one way or the other.
Right. No, I don't. I don't. I like to kind of find the place myself, and if I go back, maybe a second or a third or a fourth time, then one of those I'll be like, all right, maybe now I should kind of see what this place is about.
Sure.
But I want to get my own feel for it before I get somebody else's interpretation.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
You just want to make sure you don't miss something. I like the visitor center, make sure.
well, I mean, it depends. If I'm going to like Pearl Harbor, I'm going to the visitor center because how often am I going to get out to Hawaii?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So it depends. But if I'm going somewhere like Harper's Ferry, where it's an hour drive from me,
Mm-hmm.
The first time I went to the visitor center was in August,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been going to Harper's Ferry for 20 years.
I can see.
So, like, I just don't. It's not that I don't want to know what happened. It's just I want to get a feel for the place.
Sure.
Places give me a feeling. I'm not one of those psychics. I just get a feeling from the place, and I want to get the feeling first before I find the story, and then like the story and the feeling are both enhanced.
I'm sorry. All I do is picture you singing "You Lost That Loving Feeling" to like the battlefield.
Those feelings I don't get. Oh, what's in the battlefields? Yeah.
You lost that loving feeling.
6 Questions says I still go to the visitor center primarily to speak with rangers and to see the cyclorama.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. I'm just saying, on the whole.
We haven't been there forever. I mean, like, yeah.
On the whole.
On the whole.
Defend yourself, man.
Yes. I think more and more people. of a younger age perhaps, when they get into history, are not necessarily going to think, let me find a visitor center.
Yes.
And I think that's why visitor centers are crying the about, oh, there's a lane, about not
But that's why apps are so
having
important,
views,
right?
visitors
Nowadays,
support.
that's why
Yes.
apps are so important.
Well, everybody needs,
Everyone
yes,
needs an app.
Everyone needs an app. There's an app for that.
Because you're right, this next generation is not like our generation.
No.
Right?
No, and this is the thing that really frustrates a lot of us around here is that the power brokers, the boards of a lot of places, not just here, everywhere, have an average age of 73. And I don't say this in a mean way, but a 73-year-old can't even begin to figure out how or why they should relate to a 22-year-old. But people in their 40s, well, that's the parents of people in their 20s. And so they have access to people that they can say, okay, what is it? What is it? You know what I mean? Like, how do we reach you guys? What do we do? What would make it so that you guys would want to visit these places? Because it's not that they're not interested. And that's a big thing that the old farts say is, you know, well, they don't care about history. They're not interested. That's not true. They are. You're just not telling them in a way they can receive.
Yeah.
And until they move out of the way and put people in their middle age in charge, we're never going to bridge that gap. And that gap is always going to be miles and miles wide instead of yards wide, which is what could be when you get the middle-aged people in there.
Yeah.
But until the ego and the tooth and nail grasp on power is let go, history's going to be a dying field. That's Slocum, Henry Slocum. Yeah.
A couple comments about the app on there, man.
About the what?
Apps.
Oh, let's see what people say about apps. There's a national park app. Yeah, exactly. So you don't even need to go to the visitor center because they made an app. Younger folks say, where's the app? That's right. I agree with Matt on that. The younger generation has a different approach. They do. They do. And instead of holding them in contempt, go right. Instead of holding them in contempt,
Yeah, that's just
of course, we should say, all right, well, how do we reach you guys? And we should pull them into the fold.
Yeah.
But the only people that seem to want to do that are Dressing Gettysburg and the Digital History Pioneers Foundation and Walk with History.
Walk with History. Evergreen Cemetery. So
Evergreen
you can see
Cemetery. There you go.
the front right there. That's the statue to Elizabeth Thorne that Matt was talking about earlier.
Oh yeah, off to the left of the gatehouse.
And
She's
addressing
huge.
Gettysburg. She's huge.
Jesus, look at
She's like 8 months pregnant.
I don't mean that. I mean, she's bigger than, like, up front, up close to her. It doesn't seem that big. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, Lincoln gave the Gettysburg Address from Evergreen Cemetery.
Correct.
He was in Evergreen
He was
Cemetery
in
looking
Evergreen,
onto
yes.
the National
He
Cemetery.
was not in the gatehouse.
Yes.
He was on a platform. Don't hit this kid.
Try not to.
Thank you.
Extra points. What is this? Is this a high school right here?
This is the middle school.
Middle school.
Used to be the high school.
Is that the high school football field?
The high school uses that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're playing right here by Cemetery Hill.
Yeah, they don't care.
There's a statue right
Born
there.
and raised, yeah.
Oh my God.
Colonel Avery was killed right by the concession stand,
Oh my God.
getting a hot dog.
He asked for ketchup and they said, what?
Screw you, Reb.
Our hot dogs don't need ketchup.
This is Dutch country. We don't use ketchup. Make it right. We'll take you to a place that we go to on our drives, but not everybody goes to when they visit here. East Cavalry Field.
Geo Wrigley said, coldest beer in Gettysburg, question mark?
All right, why do you keep asking this question? The one that has the best refrigerator.
There's a thing to that, man.
I know.
Some places are known for their beer being really cold.
Well, I've never heard of anybody claiming to have the coldest beer in Gettysburg. I don't know. I didn't mean to snap at you, whoever asked that question. I'm sorry. But I don't know. I think that's a bot question.
That's a pretty thought out bot question.
Yeah, there's some, though, that because then the next thing the person says is like, snap buttons on the pants. What? And it's like, okay. Somebody came in the other day. You were there, Derek, and they're like Biggie or Tupac.
Yeah,
And that wasn't real, but it was fun.
it was
Yeah.
fun. We enjoyed
So
it.
we answered it.
Yeah,
What did you say?
I said
Al
Biggie.
Jarreau.
Oh, you didn't pick on any other. Wait, that's Scotty. You're West Coast, so goes $2 for you.
You said Tupac, we said Biggie.
Yeah, depends. West Coast, East Coast
I
rapper.
said Biggie because of the Fat Man soul. But you know, the thing, to be honest with you, yeah, that way. To be honest with you, I couldn't tell you a Tupac or a Biggie song.
What?
Yes.
Really?
Changes?
Oh, man.
Changes.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
I grew up on real music.
Oh.
Like, you know, you have to
Changes
play an
is great.
instrument
I
and
love
you have
that
to
song.
sing, not talk. Go ahead, make it right. Yeah, no, there's no, yeah, I like Biggie, yeah, no, Biggie songs I thought were better.
It has to. You're East Coast. It has to be
I
Biggie.
don't
We
even
had this.
care about that. I had friends who listened to that, and while I was sitting there scowling in the corner, I was like, well, this one's not bad. But I couldn't let them.
They reeled you in.
Right.
So as long as the beer is cold, who cares?
As long as the beer's cold, who cares?
Yeah, we went to
It's cold
Appalachian
everywhere.
Brewing Company just for lunch. It was good. They have good beer there.
Up and up and down the line, my favorite place to get beer is Fourscore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We just saw that
We
place
almost
driving
stopped
by.
Well, the food's good.
Is it newer?
I mean, newer, but it's been around a
Yeah,
while.
that look, we
About
saw
50
that.
years.
Oh, 50.
I was gonna say, it's been
It's
around
like
for-
2016 or something.
It's been around 87 years.
For
No,
score.
it's I don't know what it was.
I think it's
when-
2016 or something.
Yeah. Anyway, the food's really good, but the beer's really good.
Mhm.
Yeah, the beer's good.
I like their stouts in particular, but everything I've had there is good. Left and then right at the light.
Does anyone have a beer named after Strong Vincent? We convinced that coffee company to name.
You're
their-
giving ideas away.
Yeah.
Will
Bruce,
you
I mean-
just shut your mouth?
It's like my husband.
Please shut up.
A strong Vincent ale,
Chips.
He's not-
stronger than any other ale.
I let him have the passenger seat, and now he sounds like my husband.
Oh my God. I will tell you about the Strong Vincent beer when we're ready to announce its release.
Oh gosh, I'm so
Okay.
excited. There's the best mutton
You imagine the
chops.
commercial, you take a drink of it and all of a sudden it poofs and you have the
The
mutton
mutton-
chops.
oh.
Oh, that's great.
That'd be so awesome.
Poof, you
It's
have
like the
mutton
Snickers
chop.
where like they're an old lady and they eat the Snickers and they
Yeah,
feel
you're
okay.
hungry. You're
Yeah.
hungry.
Here, have a sip of this.
You're thirsty.
Oh, see, I'll forget the name. I have a name for it, but I'll forget it by the time this is over. I'll put
Right.
it on my notes.
Yeah, don't say it out loud. 'Cause
Benner's Hill.
people are stealing your ideas.
Yeah.
Beautiful view of town from up here.
What's so beautiful about Gettysburg is you can live right
On the
next
field?
right on the battlefield. Yeah,
There should be a bar named Strong Vincent.
I'm down. I'd go to that bar.
Is Hessler driving?
Hustler.
Hessler driving.
No, it's
No,
Scott.
no. Oh, was that who asked about the beer?
No.
No. No, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's a real person.
Called him a bot.
Sorry, Gio Wrigley. Michael says there should be a bar named Strong Vincent. That's a good name for a bar.
Daniel Lady Farm.
That's Daniel Lady Farm. Beautiful farm.
Beautiful.
Derek and I and Steven and I were fortunate enough last year when they did their reenactment. You know what a tactical is in a reenactment parlance?
It's where you actually do it.
It's like you go out in the woods and play war with
Yeah,
your friends. Right?
yeah.
And so they were having a reenactment.
It was like capture the flag, kind
It's
of.
basically like capture the flag, and the way they did it was really cool. Like normally it's capture the flag.
Sure.
This was like capture the flag with a
Treasure,
storyline
yeah.
and a buried treasure. And
That's cool.
It was very cool. And so I said to my friend Chris Jones, who runs it, I was like, "Can we come out to the reenactment just to get some like stock footage?" And he's like, "I'll do you one better. I'll embed you with the troops on the tactical." And I was like, "What time do I need to wake up?" And he's like,
We got there in
"Early."
dark.
It was dark still when we got there.
And you said yes.
I said yes because I didn't want to look like an old man in front of the young pups. And so we went out. They put us in uniforms and we got in with the guys. And,
That's
it
cool.
was good. I got deafened in my left ear because I was getting a shot of Union troops and Confederate troops came up right behind me and just decided
We got
to
shot
shoot
at.
over my head.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
we got shot at.
Because we're wearing the uniforms and they're just
Yeah.
coming through. They don't know that we're.
They can't tell the difference.
What do they shoot? Like paintballs? What are they shooting
No,
you?
no, muskets.
Like,
But I'd see them aim at me and I'm like,
Oh.
whoa, I'm not in it.
You have to be honest. Like if you know, it's obvious the guy, you got to go down and stuff, and they
Oh,
go
right.
down and then
You're
they
like-
get up again.
do you like dramatize it? My
Some of the
arm.
guys
You got my
will be
arm.
like- some of the guys.
The best is
They take their arm out of their sleeve and walk around with it.
them arguing. Like I hit him.
It's a scratch.
I got you.
I
Oh,
got
you.
you.
did it, I ducked.
Yeah, I ducked. You hit the tree.
It's just a scratch. Just
Right.
on my arm.
Yeah. Oh, it's like a video game. You get hit 5 times, but you're still good. You can still just run around.
That's what I would be hopping on one leg. You just got my leg. I'm good.
What road are we on now?
We're on the Hanover Road.
Hanover Road.
One of the worst roads to drive if you have to get to Hanover on time.
Yep.
Because it's no passing the whole way. And in my luck, I get stuck behind some blue hair at hands of 10 and 2, barely able to see over the dashboard, going 10 under the speed limit. Speed limit's already too slow. If it's under 70, it's already too slow.
This is the road I was on this morning.
Yes, you were.
They're driving to the reenactment.
It's either somebody who follows the laws of the road. It's either that or a tractor or an 18-wheeler. None of which can go quick.
We got a nice donation with.
Well, thank you.
Ride in the Dutch gals. Thank you very much, Ride in the Dutch gals.
He's like, thank you for yelling at that girl instead of showing her around. We don't want to hear women's history on the battlefield.
Why don't you make a left of that monument there? Yep. Tom Canavan makes a great point. As long as there's a bar, who cares? That left. Okay. The one you just.
Well, you pointed at that monument. The monument's past the left.
There's one on each side.
I'm sorry. Don't worry. Make the next left.
We can.
So this one.
No. The next left.
This technically
road.
is the next
Right,
left,
okay,
yeah.
That is the next. I'm sorry.
That's it.
Yeah, it's this one.
Oh my god.
Accurate directions are important.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Well, Jed, what she does decides telling me to turn after I've already passed her. And she'll
Go
say,
that
like,
way.
she'll say turn left, and she'll be looking over
That's
there.
exactly what
It's
my
like,
wife does.
my brain just kind of
Because you're right.
glitches.
Because why would you point in a direction you're not looking, or look in a direction you're
Or
pointing?
turn and don't say left or right.
Yeah.
I get that a lot.
Makes sense to
Turn
me.
here.
Makes
Yeah,
sense to
turn here.
me. Thank you. You
Well,
have
you're
to be
not
in my head.
driving.
The secret to understanding a woman is you have to be
Is to turn
in her
off
head.
opposites of
You have to
rational
be in her head.
be in her head all the time.
You have to be in her head all the time.
What's that line that Jack Nicholson has? I think it's in As Good as It Gets.
Oh yeah, I think of a woman, then I take away reason
And logic.
yeah. Accountability.
Accountability. Yes. Oh, God.
How do you write? And I take away logic and accountability.
Oh, God.
Should be a bar named after Alfred Iverson.
Go make a left up here. Yeah, it should be a bar that serves only peat-related drinks. And then you can call it Iverson's Pits.
Or the peach orchard.
There's a basketball Hall
Or
of
that.
Famer called Allen Iverson.
There is Allen Iverson. I
So-
think his bar would do better than
East
Alfred.
Cavalry Field. That's where we're at.
Yes. East Cavalry Field, made famous by a young squirt named George Custer
Yep.
and Jeb Stewart. And, you know, there's some horses and running
Typical battles
and
though.
typical cavalry battle.
It sounds like they were just playing around.
Probably a witness tree.
Horsing around.
Right? These
They're
witness
horsing around.
witness
Horse
trees,
play.
that tree looks like a witness tree.
That tree witnessed something. Yeah, I don't know. Never in all the witness tree talk, I never really hear of any that are over here.
Oh really?
And I don't know if it's because there aren't a lot of photos from the period taken out here. 'Cause
Are there
I don't
any?
think- huh?
Are there any?
I'm just trying to think right now if I've seen any. There might be some of the farm, the Rummel farm, but I'm trying to think, and I don't know. I think it was like when we had Hessler on, and we were doing a show about East Cavalry Field, or maybe I forgot. We did a show, and East Cavalry Field came up, and the question of, you know, when did it become important? And the answer that the guide gave was when the veterans were writing the story, but most especially when Custer made the news again by dying
Yeah.
at Little Bighorn. And then it was like, wow, we were there with Custer, and Custer,
Yes.
Custer.
Yes.
And then this became a really important thing. And then for a long time, people thought Custer saved the Union Army because Stewart was over there on the ridge trying to get around and coordinate with Pickett's charge and pierce the center from the rear. But that is pop history at its worst.
Yeah, because that seems very far away.
Well, it is very far away, but also there's like another portion of the Union Army that would get in their way and just swallow them up. So like, I don't know, whoever, and I've heard guides say that. When I started coming here in the 90s, when that, maybe like the older generation of guides who maybe started in the 60s,
Yeah.
when that stuff was the story, they would still tell those myths and legends and stuff. And I say this a lot, like I always feel bad for people who died before now, because who are really into this, because they died thinking that a lot of myths and legends were historical fact.
Sure.
And I'm sure we'd still believe a lot of myths and legends today that will someday be proven to be bullshit.
Well, someone just called me out today on the Dead Man's Hand, right? That they don't know for sure.
Yeah. I
He's
heard
holding
that.
an aces and eights,
Yeah.
right? And I said it's a legend, but when the legend becomes fact, you print the legend, right?
Man who shot Liberty Valance.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
it is a legend. They don't know for sure with cards. Yeah, I mean they fell on the ground.
Right. Who decided when Bill Hickok gets killed?
Yeah.
It was like, oh my God, get that bastard.
Get the card.
Wait. What hand did he
What
have?
hand did he have? Okay, that's mine.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a legend, dude. We know. Like, I mean, how accurate do you need that to be to, you know, like it's, I don't know.
There's a video that we put up, well, Steve put up, and it's an old video that we did when Eric, the producer, was still with us. And, you know, Eric always got annoyed when you would hear reenactors or park rangers say that after 5 or so shots, the muskets would foul and it would be harder to load.
Yeah.
And so we were out at a range shooting with some reenactors, and we were live firing, and we had, I forget how many rounds Eric had put through the gun, but it was more than 5, and he wanted to do it. This is a short little video to show that, you know, I could still load this with ease.
Sure. But could you not?
The comment, no, he could, but the comments people were making, because they want so desperately to believe that 5 shots are going to foul the gun.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, well, you know, modern black powder is different than, okay, there's a black powder substitute,
Sure.
but the ingredients are still the same with modern black powder and old black powder. And I had to actually, I don't know this, so I had to ask Eric. I'm like, Eric, all these people are, you know, calling you out here, and I don't know what to tell them unless you want to jump in. And then another one was like, oh, what the hell was the other one? I don't know, but like people, I like to find out that something I believed a long time is not true, and here's the real story.
Sure.
To me, that's more interesting.
Sure.
To hear the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey used to say.
Yeah.
Some people don't like that. They look at their history like they look at their religion. You can't draw a picture of Muhammad Ali. You know, you can't. No, I'm saying like there's just some sacred cows that you just don't.
Yeah.
You don't mess with, and I go, well, then you're not really interested in history.
No.
You're interested in
the
fantasy,
legend, yeah.
folklore, and you don't really want to know. You just want to feel good about something. Straight ahead. There was a Facebook page that was suggested to me, but I didn't ask to join it because I don't want to. But it was about like Southern history,
Yeah.
and it was private. But they show some of the comments or some of the posts people make,
Yeah.
but they don't name the people, the member or whatever.
Sure.
And it was just amazing to me, like the la la land that people live in, that want to live in, and you know, just like the use of the term real history. They don't know the real history. One person was upset because somebody misrepresented the Cornerstone speech.
It's like, how do you misrepresent that?
Yeah, it's a speech and it's